Hello everyone, my name is Ivan and I'm a fourth year graduate student under Dr. Matteo Pasquali in the Department of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering at Rice University. And today I'll be talking about my work on computational modeling and numerical simulations to study molecular order in the flow of liquid crystalline solutions of carbon nanotubes. So as a general introduction, our group envisions a new pathway from hydrocarbons to advanced materials and clean energy. So we can start with a pyrolysis reaction in which we burn hydrocarbons like methane, and the products of this reaction are hydrogen, which is a source of clean energy, and a carbon material. We can adjust the catalyst of this reaction such that the carbon material is a carbon nanostructured material like carbon nanotubes. You can imagine carbon nanotubes as a one-dimensional structure in which we have a sheet of graphene and we rolled up in the form of a cylinder. It turns out that carbon nanotubes have very nice material properties like mechanical strength and electrical conductivity, together with flexibility and lightweight. And therefore, they are very attractive building blocks for producing new materials that have multifunctional applications and high performance. What our group does is to process this carbon material into solutions using very strong acids, for example, CSA, the chlorosulfonic acid, and then we process these solutions into macroscopic materials like fibers and films. So here I have some examples of the work our group has been doing the last years in the production of fibers, films, and foams and three-dimensional structures and coatings for data transmission cables as well. The first set of results that I'll be talking about concerns a flow very specific for microfluidics applications. So imagine that we have a SLIT channel and we are flowing this liquid crystalline solution of carbon nanotubes, and we want to study how the molecules align and organize in the flow. So in the figures on the left, we are increasing the flow strength from different situations. So in the top figures, we are assuming that the rods, the carbon nanotubes, they are initially aligned with the flow plane. And then when we increase the flow strength, the rods become more aligned, and this is good for ultimate applications. In the bottom figures, we assume that the rods are initially aligned perpendicular to the flow plane. And thus, when we increase the flow strength, we have the development of a twist structure, a twist layer characterized by defects. So the bluish region in this figure here corresponds to defects in which the rods and the nanotubes are not well aligned. So we are using those simulations to understand when those defects appear and how we can track them in the system. And a way that we found is to track the rheology, more specifically the viscosity. So in this figure here, we have the viscosity as a function of the Peclet number, which is a measure of the flow strength. And the blue curve, for example, gives you a very strange and very complex behavior of the viscosity as a function of the Peclet number. And this is useful to identify when the system is developing defects in terms of alignment. And those defects are important because they affect the final performance of the product of the CNT-based material. In the second set of results, I'm studying slot coating flows that we can use to produce thin films from those liquid crystalline solutions of carbon nanotubes. And again, the main point is that we need to have all the tubes and all the molecules aligned in the same direction and very well packed to ensure very good properties at the end of the day. So here again, we have the Peclet number, which is a measure of the flow strength. And as we increase the Peclet number and we make the flow stronger with respect to the relaxation of the molecules, we have a better alignment. And what it's interesting is that the alignment of the molecules is not uniform across the film. So usually when we have a film of those solutions, the top of the film, the molecules are very well aligned. And as we move down towards the substrate, the solid wall, the alignment degenerates because of shear effects. So here we are studying how we can control the alignment of the molecules in a film to ensure good properties in terms of conductivity, for example, and changing the operating conditions to ensure the best properties possible. With that, I'll finish this poster presentation. I wish to acknowledge the Welsh Foundation for supporting this work, and of course the Rice University Kennedy Institute, and more specifically Schellenberger for the fellowship I was awarded, as well as all my group mates in the CF2 group at Rice University. Thank you.